Yo, this is my first video in like 5 months. That's not just a short or an edit. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so what we're going to be getting into is why Gojo is not the strongest. I know I glaze him a lot in my videos, but he's not the strongest. We'll get into that in a bit. First, we have to power scale. Okay, so Gojo has infinity, which is like, I don't know how to explain this, but infinity is, so he can use it at the rate he can divide. So at the rate he can divide, so Speed can get past it. So like Goku can get past it, but that's not why we're here. So he also has great physical strength, like good like taijutsu and stuff, and he has great techniques, the Six Eyes and Limitless, and he has Lapse Blue and Reversal Red and Hollow Purple, which are really strong, but Hollow Purple is supposed to be the one-shot move for that anime, but it hasn't one-shotted on 3 different occasions. It did not one-shot on 3 different occasions. Now this was in the manga, so all of my anime onlys, you probably haven't seen it, but yeah, so he's really strong, but he's not the strongest. Kuna is not the strongest, but we'll get into who's the strongest later. Gojo is really strong after all, but he had to get boosted to win against Kuna. He had to get boosted by Ureme or whatever. Yeah, and I don't know his name. That guy with the guitar, his curse technique. Yeah, him. He had to get boosted by them, so he got boosted to 120%, which, yeah, that makes him stronger. He's basically in overtime, plus that Black Flash, which I don't know if it does a buff, but yeah. And he was doing really good in the fight, but he's not the strongest. We're gonna get into that right now. This is just my opinion to clear up. You guys may think he's the strongest. I don't. No, this has to do with a certain variant of someone. Yuta Okotsuku, in the movie, Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie, he has Rika, who's way stronger than the Rika we have now. And he has that move that one-shots him. He has reverse curse technique, and he can use it on other people. He can team on people, and he can use domain expansion, but not in that movie. He has copy as his curse technique, so he can copy. If he takes off Gojo's arm in a fight, he can copy that technique. It's broken. Copy is the most broken technique. Rika is broken only in Zero, though. Rika has to be one of the strongest, except Maharu can exercise her instantly. But besides that, Rika has to be one of the strongest. Shikigami, because technically she's not a Shikigami, but Yuta can summon her, so that's why I call her Shikigami. Anyways, getting on. If they got in a fight, Yuta would, if he had his domain, he would instantly use his domain, but not instantly, but as like a trump card because he doesn't have as much curse energy as Gojo. So they would start fighting and then have at first just taijutsu, straight hands, and then might use like copy or something like with curse speech and tell him like don't move or let it hit, because if he does let it hit, then that gets past infinity. So if he keeps doing that with Inumaki's curse technique, and then he yells, "Let it hit!" It'll hit him, which bypasses infinity. And I know this is kind of a yap session, but that would damage him. Because if it was Rika at full power, where she has that one eye in the middle, yeah, Gojo might be cooked. Because if Yuta screams, "Let it hit!" or "Blast away," and then Rika immediately after hits him with that I forgot. Hits him with the blast, then that'll do some serious damage. Now he could just regenerate it with reverse curse technique and then use hollow purple, but he'd probably after that use his domain for Gojo. Gojo would use his domain, and he would boot, and then Yuta would domain clash, and then Gojo would probably lose, even though he has better refinement over his domain. He would probably lose. I don't know if he would win or not, but for this video, I'm just gonna say he loses his domain clash, which means he loses his curse technique, which he could heal it. This is just the latest version of them besides Yuta. He could heal it and heal it, and then but if he kept popping it using his domain, sure Yuta would be in trouble, but if he can that would get him in big trouble. He'd probably still survive. Probably wouldn't win because of just straight hacks, but I believe he's stronger. You guys can debate that in the comments.